Stories from our Hanford history are produced by Northwest Public Television, a member of the Hanford History Partnership. Financial support from Gisa Credit Union, a not-for-profit financial cooperative founded by General Electric supervisors in 1953 and dedicated to education and service. More than 60 years later, they continue to hold the credit union motto of people helping people.
More or less recruited to work in the PX at the Hanford Recreation Building. And in that building they had a beer hall and a soda fountain and a 10-pin bowling alley and the PX. Just kind of a service place for everything was based on the Army. I called my sister and was telling her about it in Des Moines, Iowa, where I was born and raised. And oh, she said, that sounds good. You know, they told us they'd pay our way out, and your room and board would be furnished in your pay. And if you stayed at least 4 months, you got your way paid back. So I thought, well, we could try it for 4 months. Her husband had just been in the medical corps, and he'd been in the European theater, and at that time, they were sending some European theater people over to the Japanese theater, and she was going to be alone anyway, maybe till the end of the war. So she said, well, let's do it. So that's what we did. You know, came into Pasco in the middle of the night with the train, and we got used to standing in line for everything. And I don't mean a little line. I mean like lines we'd never seen before, blocks long. One grocery store, one drugstore, one Sears order office, just one of everything for 50, 60,000 people. That would be like having one of everything in Kennewick.
When did you find out exactly what Hanford's purpose was, that it was involved in production of?
Well, I was at work, and I was working in security at that time. I think it was my boss, Roy James, came in and said, and the people kind of didn't quite believe him at first there in the offices. And then, of course, I saw the newspapers, or at first the local paper, the Villager, and it didn't really surprise people too much. You know, I think after they heard, especially if you transferred around a bit. But I know I was told I asked too many questions.